Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, we're on fire today. Woohoo! Okay, Leo is next. Meditated on your cards for a little bit and kind of let them rest. Aries had a fiery read, so what's up? Got a new moon coming. Keep that vital life force energy, kids. You can have an orgasm, but you can't spill any fluid. See what I mean? Around your moons, six days. So 3 before, 3 after. So 7 days total. Work on that white magic sex. Get your divinatory on, kids. Alright. Alright, Leo. What's the uni needs you to know? This is alabaster, by the way. Just in case you were wondering. I was like, well, if you're going to be spirit, let's get some spirit stones in here. Ooh. Okay. So chariot, you're on the move. 2 of swords in the reverse. Maybe you can't decide. Who's going to live in your little melon? Who's going to live there? Somebody or the other. Or maybe they're going to share home. Page of Cups. Consulting outside reliable resources. Little fishies in cups. Maybe you talk to Pisces. What else do we need? Okay. Knight of Swords. Okay. So possibly something in the written word coming in. Little something something. What else do Leo? Here we go. Okay. There you go. I can't see the cards exactly, but maybe you see the energy coming out of them. Ooh, Emperor. It kind of flew out sideways. But you got this Emperor. Building a mental... Okay, so you go from this to this. Okay, Leo. Rock it out. Aries energy. Maybe look at your first house or where your Aries energy is. Capitalize on that building in the mental plane. And I do declare, if you grow a mustache like that, heck yeah, dude. Get those, another little place for the birdies to hang out. Just saying. Alright, Leo, next one. 6 of Wands, victory. Okay. Oh my goodness. Alright. 8 of Swords, being protected. This could feel like you might be in a cage, but there is an opening. Yo, thanks, buddy. You want to hold that for me? Hey, love you. Okay. This has been blessed by the dog's nose. So, I think you're going to be set free here. Alright, final card. On the bottom, we're doing about Page of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. A little bit of caged energy here. So you got the birdie house. You got the mansion, the castle in the mental plane. And you got the Page of Wands for victory on that. But then there's something making you feel like you're in cage. Let's look at this. Okay. Cages. But look at you being all like, well, getting curious about it. Hell yeah, Leo. Oh yeah, that's great energy, but it's leaving you restless. Okay, clarifiers. Okay, what's I do? Hey, what? Clarifiers. I give my dogs all kinds of different beds, and then they lay right next to the wheels on the chair. So now I'm like frozen. I can't move. But just show them. Came out in the upright. Your power is making you lose sleep. You're off. Oh. Yes, darling. You are responsible. You're responsible for your own outcome, dear heart. Yep. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a little weighty, a little like, oh, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, that worked really, really well. I like the energy. I like it. Put it my bucket up. Okay, it's all right, Leo. We all go through that panic state where we're like, am I gonna fuck this up? I'm gonna fuck this. Self-sabotage. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, you got Wheel of Fortune. Ebb and flow. Ooh, and then the Two of Cups. And the Four of Cups. Ooh. Get away. Ah! Okay. Shutting up. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay? You are the magician of your own life. Everybody is. Everybody has control over their own lives. It's heavy. It's a lot. And when you get people who have found themselves in helpless situations, it's a bitch. It's because there's a subconscious undercurrent that they were probably indoctrinated into. That they don't understand that undercurrent of programming that's running. Very few on the planet do. And it's absolutely tragic that we can't begin to talk about this and speak about it openly, so that way they can get their power back rather than being indoctrinated into a state of helplessness. That's all it is. It's not that they asked for it, absolutely not, but they were told that it was coming anyway, whether they liked it or not. They were told that they had no say in the matter. Okay, that's ripping people's power away from them. Their authority, their sovereignty, completely wiped out because the authorities in the room said, you know what? We don't care that your experience is what you're saying it is. We're telling you this is the experience that you are actually having and you really like it. And this is what blah said should happen. And that's all it is. It's what blah said should happen. It fill in the blank. It's what said should happen. It's what said is going to happen. It's what said the research says. It's what says in this 2,000-year-old book. It's what said here. It's what is coming to light. Because they believe that, that's the way their program runs. Do you see what I'm saying? And if you interject on that, what do they become? What do they behave like? Like meth heads that just had their fucking supply cut off. Okay, that should be your first red flag. When you push back and you tell a system, no, I've had enough. Okay, they'll use every intimidation tactic on the planet. Look at Saitolo. I'm not going to say the freaking word because people are fucking nutbags. Okay? Look at what's happening with that community right now. If you just say, you know what? You can't run this on me. Abso-fucking-lutely not. That goes for every single solitary mind control indoctrination. You cannot run that program here. You have no power here. It's effective. It's effective. Because if you can rewrite your own story, you started off like this. Okay, started off here. Look at that. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I wish you could like read it how I see it. Okay, so you started off with this, right? Moving on, hoo-da-boo. And then you consulted your heart space and your head space. And you're like, how do we move these two forward, darling? How do we do this? Let us go at it with purity and curiosity and open-mindedness. There. Okay? Now, as cool as this is, as beautiful and lovely and empowering as this energy feels, you then have to look at the rest of the world. After you've done this math and equation, right, and this program, right, then you have to look at the rest of the world and ask yourself, well, if I can do this, I can fucking run this. Why don't you run it? We're going to run this program right here. We're getting an open mind. We're going to run it. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. This is childlike, not childish, childlike innocence, moving forward. Connecting to your inner spirit guides. I know that's not a page of, but this is pure. This is pure, is what this is. This is connecting to the pure space. Okay? And this is sheer curiosity. Exploring. The knights are on horses. Exploring the landscape. Coming back and reporting. Hey, this is safe. This isn't safe. You can go over here, but don't go over here. Okay? So, this is pure energy that you're operating off of here, Leo. And when it comes down to it, and then you achieve this beauty, this success, this energetic pattern, okay, hummingbirds, pure energy, pure heart. They never quit. They're magical, amazing, amazing creatures as long as you feed them correctly. So when you see that you have the power to do this, and you do, when you look out over the world, you're like, I don't want to bring this energy into the world because it's going to offend a lot of people. They're going to get upset. Which brings me to my next pile. The wheel is going to see you. And everyone on that wheel is going to see you. And everybody's going to understand how you see on the wheel and how you conduct things. How everything is intertwined and interconnected. Nothing is untouched by anything else. Ever. Okay? Alright. Two of Cups merged with self. Pair bonding. If you merge with self, you can find pairs. Period. The end. You merged yourself. You brought the head, the heart, into an intuitive manner, into a magical space, and brought it forward into the world. And you said no to everybody else's emotional cup of BS. And people got this glimpse. See, there's the world there, and there's the Wheel of Fortune. So when you showed up in this mode, people are like, what? And you're like, look, see, if you just bring love into the situation instead of fear, and just tell all those emotional cups of BS to fear-mongering to fuck off in every shape and form, this gets amplified with this, and people get pissy. But look at you. You've got things to protect. You've got beauty, strength, and purity being incubated into being birthed right now. So you need to be protected. And people are desiring your energy here, Leo. Or at least they will be shortly in the future. Maybe after your glow up, your new moonie. Alright, Leo. Let's get this 9 of Swords. Fine, I'll read a novel just for you. 3 of Cups. So something in maybe a friend circle. Wondering if you should bring a third person into whatever this is, or teach. This feels like a teaching thing, although it's not the Three of Pentacles. All right, well, there's that. You've got that pattern figured out, and you're using, you can see how one wing is flapping in the ethos and one wing is flapping here on Earth, and you're like, all right, let's take flight. It's like chariot moving. You understand that whatever energy, value structure you put out on that, what did I call it? Conveyor belt out into the universe comes back around. So if you're diligent about what energy you put out onto the conveyor belt, it'll feed you back big time. Empress. That. So when I encounter the Empress energy, it's always screams Empress Wu to me. What did she do? What did she do? She made sure her people were really well taken care of. Reserves of rice, plenty of resources, food, shelter, made sure everybody had enough water, reserve. Okay, she fortified everything. Fortified it. Okay, she built the mother of all fucking fortresses, which is why China is the powerhouse, or that it was a while ago. Okay, she started the Silk Road. Nobody gives her credit for that, but okay. So you have a powerhouse behind you here. And this is, okay, hi. Divine counterpart, okay? So whatever you got going, it's going to come to fruition here shortly. So you might not even realize it because you are scared shitless. Of what? What are you scared shitless of? The big P word. Why? Because every time we hear the P word, we think really, really bad things. Really bad things. When we see overplays of power, it usually means a tremendous amount of human suffering, death, decay, toxicity, poisoning, you name it. Suppression. You know, like a George Orwell scenario. So when we encounter the false power, there's two dynamics on the planet. There's the false light, and then there's the false power. The false light sucks you and tricks you into giving up your own power voluntarily. The false power paradigm tells you that you don't have any authority or autonomy, that you don't have any rights. You do. And you just figured that out. And now you're scared. Because it does mean that you have to stand up and tell some people to fuck off. Okay. So meditate. Get yourself in rest, because you're going to need to. This is always a state of, okay, I need to stop. I need to really, really look at what's happening here. I need to understand it and work through it rather than cage myself off. So hold on to your pentacles. Fortify your own self, okay? You don't need to do anything. You just need to learn how to see this from a different perspective rather than one of fear, okay? Star healing, understanding that you are human like everybody else, but you also have the magician and are capable of manifesting amazing, amazing things. And that once you get past this fear and you can step into a state of knowledge and love and compassion and understanding of what's actually at play here, you're going to be able to turn around and heal other people. Look at that. So the star is Aquarius. And then look at that. A rainstorm with a thunderbolt going to the center of something. Bringing in an important message. 8 of Wands. Yeah, the sun. Look at, there you are. Becoming who you are. This is you. Serving whatever purpose this is on the planet. Stairway to heaven. Okay? So, take your time. Heal what needs to be healed. Get yourself out of that state of fear. Okay. Because you can be forceful without being a total dictator. You can. Okay, you don't need to invite the taters of the dicks into the situation. You don't. It's not necessary. In fact, it's going to backfire. We have this weird construct in our brain that, like, oh, there's a power paradigm of people who are greedy and whatever else. People do not understand the fact that, yeah, they might have a lot of money, maybe some servants, chefs, a plane, blah, 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 blah. Do you understand how helpless and hopeless and just kind of mush of a person that has to depend on all these different people just to function in the world? We have this paradigm that means power when you are jabbing other people and bullying them into wiping your own butthole. No, that makes you a very, very weak individual, incapable of understanding what it means to be human. So they're going to continue to be on this subhuman paradigm where they can't do things for themselves. We are dealing with infants that have temper tantrums on social media. We are dealing with infantile mentality that will do the most atrocious things to humanity because they've lost theirs entirely. Okay, so we need to kind of stop this whole, ooh, if it glitters, it's good. Nope. 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 Okay? We need to stop telling ourselves that. If they need to pay people to do things for them, they're slowly eroding their humanity. That's not a good place to be. Especially when you have that much power and control and money. What do you think cancel culture popped up for? They're being inhumane, and everybody's like, well, they've got a lot of money and they buy pretty clothes and have nice cars. Okay, that's great and all. But again, they still lost their humanity. So maybe not treat them like gods. Maybe find your own, well, you've already found your own godhood. But don't be intimidated by that BS. You don't need 5,000 mansions and 20,000, like, Teslas to, like, be successful. That's got to be the opposite of successful, in my humble opinion. This is the opposite. Like, if you have that much money, why aren't you starting campaigns to feed the poor, get the homeless into shelters, get these people servicing the community and however the fuck they see fit, not how you see fit, how they see fit, how they want to exist in the world. And that is the problem, is we don't allow people to exist how they need to, and then we find ourselves in a grand old clusterfuck and a bunch of addicts that just can't be themselves in the world because we forbid it. Okay, so Leo. What does Leo need to know? Oh, the dragoon. Protection, strength, visualization. The shark, agility, progress, movement. And the hedgehog, cycle, sources, and solutions. Okay. Oh. Okay, so this is the Lovely Animals Oracle. So sweet. Just picked it up from a little metaphysical fair I attended. And this is a lot of, like, okay, so you might need to really step into this mode. The Mother of Wands. Protective. Fiery. Don't touch my sacred, whether it's your children, your land, your whatever the heck it is that you're holding sacred here. Okay? Okay, let's blast. These don't have page numbers. This is what I get from My intuition. At least it's alphabetical. 26 for you number lovelies out there. Okay. Protection, strength, visualization. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. Strengths. You are mentally and physically strong. Opportunities. Visualizations enables you to do everything you want. Ooh. Weaknesses. You are never satisfied with what you have and always want to have more. Demanding experiences. Threats. There are currently no new challenges on your path. General message. I'm a portal to other dimensions, and I am here to protect and strengthen you. I can help you overcome inner fears. Visualize me, climb the stairs, step inside, and watch my fire destroys all your dark thoughts. Ooh. Shark. 5-0. All right. Ready, set, grow. Agility, progress, movement. Self-motivated, agile, and very observant. New studies, job agreements, or of any kind, and personal or professional. Aggressiveness is your weakness. Threats, better competitors than you are. Ooh. You need more action in your life. Movement promotes progress and development, while stagnation will bring you down. Watch me, tell me what you see. I am always on the move as there are opportunities everywhere I go. Alright, that'll take care of the stagnant, scary energy. Hedgehog. 3-3. Oh, that's a good number. What? He's so adorable. He doesn't even have a page number on it. Look at that little heart. Oh. Okay. Cycles, sources, solutions, strengths, self-aware, self-knowledge, and knowledge of nature. Opportunities, new solutions that you can engage with sincerely and find strength. Deep and inner fears are your weakness. Threats are longing for experiences that you will never have. Ooh, child. The cycles of the moon. Oh, ting, ting, ting. Don't forget. Hold it in. You can orgasm, but you can't ejaculate. That goes for both men and women. White magic sex. Either looking into it or abstain. Love you. The cycles of the moon and Mother Nature are sources of magical energies. Walk in nature and gaze at the moon. Let your worries be turned into solutions and receive tranquility and strength that you need. Ooh, okay. New moon's coming up just for you, Leo. Remember to understand and seek knowledge when you are in a state of fear. Seek out what it is that's causing it, and then dive into exploring what facets of it exist, why it exists, what function it serves. Nothing exists without a function. Sometimes the function is to tell people to wake the F up and tell people to fuck off and knock it off. Sometimes that's why things exist. And we need to start taking on the perspective that if it exists, it has a function. What is the function? What does it serve? What is its purpose? Is it having good outcomes? Is it not having good outcomes? Is there a different path forward? How do we proceed with that path? And how do we tell people that their path is not a good idea? Because it's causing a lot of trouble on the planet. How do we understand this? How do we know this? How does that rubber meet the road? When you have a belief structure, which is all this is, it's a belief structure. Okay? You either have your own autonomy and sovereignty or you don't. Okay? This isn't some woo-woo thing. You either have power, control, and authenticity within yourself or you don't. Okay? You're starting to understand that, Leo. Freaking let that fire blaze. Burn all that crap away. And yeah, absolutely, keep yourself protected during this cycle. So you can understand what it means when you encounter it in the world and you don't fall for this paradigm of false belief systems, false light, and false power. Okay, that's what's coming to the surface for the collective right now. So move forward in strength. And Llama's yelling at me. Okay, we're going to look up Llama. Llama. 39. Oh, he's so freaking cute. Llama. Llama. Ma. Okay, sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Gratitude, kindness, worry. Ugh. Grateful and kind to everyone in every situation, opportunities, a deep desire to be fulfilled, weaknesses, feels an obligation to help others, threats, solving too many problems at once can lead to depression. Okay, if you are grateful and kind, you will be able to achieve what you want. Do not worry too much now. Help others, but do not forget yourself either. You are not obligated to solve all the problems of all the people around you. Right. Your job now is to see it, is to understand. Because if you take your fear out into the world and be like, what the hell are you doing? Understand. Step into reason and logic and compassionate. People misunderstand logic and reason for this. Logic and reason comes to meet here. Okay? This isn't a mathematical equation. This is how is this really meeting the road? Is this in the highest good of all? The highest good of all comes from this merging together. Because if it doesn't hold water in a logical sense, it's not going to hold water down here either. Okay? So when people take authority away from others and autonomy and sovereignty, that's where you bring these two to merge and then take it out into the universe and say, you know what? Everybody has a right to live how they want to, but you don't have the right to harm and abuse others. See what I'm saying? So our job is to kind of empower people. Does that make sense? Focus on the empowerment of yourself and then bring that forward to the universe. Okay, you already know what works. You already know. Okay, so blaze that fear away, and then Okay, I'm really excited to read your next one. Like, really excited. Okay, that's it. That's all. Have a beautiful week. Keep your flame.